Welcome back to another episode of Wellness with Mo. Hi, my name is Mo. It has been a long time since my last episode. I do apologize for such a delay. This is due to like a very important project I've been working on, and honestly, I haven't had time to write new content for my podcast, and I was waiting for the perfect moment to start writing something new and something impactful for you and the rest of the audiences out there. Um, I know. It's been on a regular season. Last episode was in July. This episode is in end of August, but promise you this that for sure that it will continue on a weekly basis as was done before in the two previous seasons. And there will be new content and new ideas. I hope you will enjoy it. Okay, so sorry, my voice is a little bit groggy and in the morning, but let me tell you, today's episode is really is such an important thing. I mean, I was reading on the internet a few days ago, and I just came by this article, which I found really interesting because the idea of burnout I always thought was one stage and only one stage only, which is total collapse of the human body mentally and physically. But what was interesting was that the burnout is has 12 stages, 12 different stages. So this means that anyone who's feeling burnt out and can relate to one of the 12 stages knows that there is still time for him or her to rectify, to do something correct to improve their health physically and mentally and emotionally, of course. Remember that I always say that there are physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health. If we don't have all four of these during our lifetime, then we will always feel stressed. We will always feel that there is something not complete in our lives. To be honest, since we're talking about this area, this part, I've been struggling for a while to complete the four pillars. I call them four pillars of health. However, it's a work in progress. I started meditating more because I've been doing a coaching certificate from a very well established Indian company. So we're doing a lot of meditations and breathing in, and I'm learning a lot of interesting things about Indian culture. Really interested in Indian culture. Um, Also, on the physical side, that's where my problem is. I've been for a while waking up early and everything, but physically I'm tired. Yet I've started spinning classes or indoor cycling for those who don't know what spinning classes are. And interesting thing is that I really enjoyed it, even though it's a tough workout. However, I need to get back to my normal routine, and this is putting a lot of pressure and stress on myself. But I believe things will work out. Anyway, talking about stress, of course, you all know that stress in acceptable amounts is good for you in terms of motivation, in terms of overcoming procrastination and laziness, in terms of reaching your goals. But overstress leads to burnout, and this is our topic today. Um, According to several studies, there are 12 stages of burnout. Stage one is when you feel a strong need to prove yourself, and this is usually very early during the process, where you're overloaded and your manager is giving you a lot of work to do, and you want to prove that you can do it, and so you stay up late at work. You work on weekends. You do not have time for your family. You do not have time for yourself. So this is the first stage. Stage two is continuing stage one, which is you keep working harder to achieve the recognition that you want from your peers, your management, and your company. When we start in stage three, you begin to neglect your own needs more. You don't eat well, you don't sleep well, you don't play any physical activity, and your in terms of health, in terms of cleanliness, maybe even you will not look the best shape possible. In stage four, you start to have conflicts and blaming others for your problems and the situation. Once you start stage five, you start to stage five where you change your values to focus more on your work. And this is very, very dangerous, because once you start to change your values, this means that you're trying to be someone else that you're not. And as you know that all human beings are unique in their own characteristics and their own value system. Once you start in stage six, you start to deny the problems that arise at work, and you will start putting blame on others, and this will lead, of course, to work stress and emotional stress, as I call it. Once we finish the stage 6 of burnout, you start to slowly withdraw from social life, and you will start to withdraw from your family, and this will, of course, open a can of worms of problems. Why we say that? Because once you withdraw from social life, then you will lose a lot of friends. Once you withdraw from your family life, if you are married, you can end up divorced. If you're married and you have children, you can end up divorced and not seeing your children, or your children will not want to see you, or will consider you literally dead. Sorry to put it in that way, but that's the truth. Once you start in stage 8, your behavior changes, and this slowly upsets your loved ones, because this, of course, continues once from stage 7, the withdrawal part. It continues by behavioral changes. In stage 9, you depersonalize what happens, and you don't feel like yourself. Once you start in stage 10, you feel empty, numb, and useless. And stage 11, you start feeling depressed, lost, and completely exhausted. And by stage 12, you will be mentally and physically collapsed, and that will be the full burnout. So we need to avoid burnout in any of the stages, not just stage 1 or 2 or 3. In any of these stages, we need to be able to cope with stress. And coping with stress is a tricky thing, because, like I said at the beginning of the episode, stress is good, but really don't know good to which point. At which point do we feel really stressed? At which point do we say that we are overstressed? At which point do we feel that the curve of performance starts to decrease? So you need to be able to cope with stress. Some coping mechanisms are really important, like exercise, mindful breathing and meditation, talking to someone, connecting to nature. I find it really important. Reading to help you overcome any mental obstacles, and so on. So these are coping strategies. I really hope that people out there do not enter these stages. I try to explain these stages as clearly, as quickly, as importantly as possible. But unfortunately, a lot of people I know in the corporate world, and a lot of people I know around the world do not realize that they're in the burnout stages. They don't realize that. They think that by working harder and harder and longer hours, that they will become successful, that they will become in the top management. Unfortunately, I would like to say to them that they will not be able to enjoy that, because once you start burning out, it is just a matter of time where you will start to collapse. I mean, these stages are not. It could be months, could be years, it could be weeks, and a total collapse of your body mentally and physically is something very very dangerous, and you need to avoid it at all costs. So I would advise, and this is my advice to you, and this is not something that's written anywhere, or my advice to you is take it easy, because we only have one life, and this life is so beautiful. We need to enjoy every aspect of it. Take life easy. Don't overburden yourself. Where if there are problems at work, there will always be problems at work. And take it easy and take it step by step. Things will work out. They tend to work out usually. Maybe not the way you want them to work out, but they tend to work out in the right way, in the way that God sees it correctly, in the path that you should take. So take it easy and try and avoid overstressing. Eat well is really important. Sleeping well is really important. These are things that we neglect. We neglect as human beings to do. You need to sleep 8 hours. You need to eat healthy. You need to avoid all junk food, all sodas. These things will destroy your health, and you need to do physical exercise. And when you are stressed, when you feel overwhelmed, my advice to you is take a quiet corner, close your eyes, be present with the moment, and breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in very deeply, breathe out very deeply. You can also use the square technique, which is you breathe in, hold it for a beep, and then breathe out, and then hold it for a beep, and then breathe in. You can do this for like 25 cycles, which is, I usually do it equivalent to 5 minutes or 6 minutes of meditation. So, thanks for listening to today. I hope today's episode was as interesting as and helpful. Here at Wellness with Mo, our main mission and our vision is that we try and help people to overcome all problems they face in life, and to improve wellness among people who are listening to me and around the world. So be safe, and God bless you. And until next week, please take it easy on yourself. And until then, goodbye and have a nice day.